Let me tell you this, let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss, still burning, didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile. It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. You're my riser. You're my riser. I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life, and what you give is worth it. When you're holding me, when you hold me so close, I want further in.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year's. Okay. Oh, wait. Everything's turned on. Okay. Okay. There we go. Hey, Tia. Hello? Hello? I don't think she knows she's on yet. Hi, Chantel. Hi, Berta. How are you guys doing? Happy New Year's. I hope you can hear me okay. Just can't hear Tia. She said 1 minute. Okay. So let's see. So how's everybody doing? Chantal says good. Happy New Year's. Yes, I can hear you. Berta says Happy New Year's. Oh, okay. We lost Tia, so maybe she's going to come back in. Hi, Lizzie. How are you? Just wishing, hope everybody's going to have a good new year. So 2022, holy cow. This year has gone by so fast. Here's my cross stitch. I haven't finished. Work has been freaking crazy. I've been working a lot of hours. We've been getting a lot of snow. Every time we get snow, they send me north where it's even worse. And instead of taking 2 hours for a run, it's taking me 4 hours. So every time it snows, I'm working 14 hours. It's been crazy. I haven't slept last night, so I've stayed up all night. I got home at 4:30 this morning, 4 o'clock this morning, 4:30, and I've been up ever since. I tried to lay down and couldn't go to sleep, so I just stayed up. What the hell? I gotta go party at my daughter's tonight. Hey, Crafty Pagan. How are you? Happy New Year's. I have my coffee. So as soon as Tia comes back in, I'll bring her in. And but in the meanwhile, it's just me. Hi, Nancy. How are you? How is the weather where you're at? This weekend is supposed to be really bad with weather. We're supposed to get snow, rain, mix, supposed to get really bad next couple of days, next 3 days. So Bertie says, my son turned 21 yesterday. Woohoo! I'm 21 going on round 2. So, and my pup turned 1. Yay! I'm just drinking a little bit of coffee. Yes, it is coffee. See, coffee. So oops. Okay, let's see. My chat might be a little bit delayed because I'm reading chat off of let me go back here to my phone. Nancy says hi. Lizzie says LOL. Nancy says good. Snotty rainy here, and all of our snow is almost gone. Yeah, the little clip that I had in the first part of the video, did you see that? That was Wednesday night on my last stop. 5 miles from my stop, it was just like roads were covered, and I went from 65 to like 40 in like a millisecond. And I only had to drive 5 miles in the snow. So that little video clip in the beginning, towards the end of the opening, yeah, that was Wednesday, my last stop. So I just had to drive 5 miles, and the roads were clear again. We didn't get no snow down here where I live that night, but we're supposed to be getting snow again tonight and tomorrow, if not tonight, Sunday. So crazy weather. First, it's in the 50s. 2 days later, we have 2 inches of snow. Another 2 days. Next day, it's gone. And then it's back up to 35, 40 degrees, 45 degrees. And then we're expected to get 5 to 8 inches of snow in the next 2 days. So yeah, not looking forward to it. I go back to work Sunday. So I think Tia is back and she's ready, maybe. She let me know if she's ready. We'll bring her back in. Are you ready now?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, clearly. Tia, you like that thumbs up, huh?
Yeah, it looks like I see it from the top of your thumb down instead of sideways. I see it like,
oh, sideways. Okay. Well, I did like this at first, but that normally means 1 minute. I'm learning, I don't talk with my hands.
So this morning I woke up to someone crawling into my bed. Ooh, who's that? Hi, Emma. How are you? Florida, Pensacola, 76 today. Oh, that's new. Would be nice.
I'm jealous. I don't know what's going on here on the West Coast in the desert, but it definitely has. Somebody did something. Like they took my weather and deposited it. The only thing missing is snow. That's how cold it is. I got to go buy a coat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I live in the desert. So I got to order online. And what happens if it doesn't fit?
Exactly.
By the time I return it, and then all the packages are delayed here because they're opening up packages and things like that. We live in a very free community, and
Uh-huh.
they're making sure that the freedom stays here. So packages are delayed.
Yeah.
I went into the post office twice in the last week, and there's a line. I'm like, why is the line so long? They told everyone to have their packages out by the. This has nothing to do with like trying to be there on time. And they were like, yeah, they're opening up packages. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, that's special. That's special. So packages from me are delayed if I'm sending out live packages because the line's too long for me to stand. I start sweating, the face mask on. I don't like to lose weight against my will.
So the weather forecast for today, right now, it's 38 degrees. Rain conditions are expected around 8 o'clock tonight. And then, let's see. And then tomorrow is supposed to be snow. Sunday is supposed to be snow and 26 degrees.
Well, Billy, you'll be happy to know that for the most part of this week, we were about 4 to 7 degrees higher than you. So you're not even missing much. It's been that cold.
Hey, I'll take it.
Well, yeah, so it was like,
when it's in the 40s, it's not going to snow, right?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. But it's still 40s. That's like, oh my gosh, like the coldest it ever really gets is like 51, 55, you know.
Yeah.
That's still like a heavy sweater, for me. But it's cold. Like I need a coat.
Well, I wear 2 to go to work.
Oh,
And I take a third with me just in case.
you never got those warmers
Yeah. Yeah. I got some.
that we talked about? You're still working? Oh my gosh.
I'm still working.
So I finished mine. And I was not going to do the back stitching because it's back stitching. And we had so many different fractionals, quarter stitch, 3/4 stitch, to make this fun. You picked an awesome pattern. But obviously when you add fractionals, that's a lot of detailing, which is great. You can definitely see the shading and things. And then I think it was sometime yesterday afternoon. I said, I really would like to see how much it stands out with the back stitching. So I did start on the back stitching, and you can see in the picture, it is bringing it, to life a little bit.
Yeah, I had a frog a couple times.
I did this reindeer thing right here. That got frog 3 seconds, the whole entire thing. Like for whatever reason, I just kept missing like 2 or 3 stitches, and you could tell in the fabric up here how
Yeah.
loose it is.
Yeah.
So I had it too far apart at one point. I was like, "What am I doing?" And then I brought it back down. But yeah, you can definitely tell where it got frogged.
Yeah, I kept finding myself 1 stitch off. I was like,
Yeah.
God. So take it all out, redo it.
Oh, yeah.
I could
The
tell.
other thing that I did, that I was going to do, which is why I wasn't going to do the back stitch at first, is I had bought these special, like pearly, glossy, glittery beads.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to put those on like the gift down here and in the ornament and up in the poinsettia, whatever this is. I was going to put them in there. So I think it'll bring it out. Just added embellishments at the end. Let me get it and I'll show you what it looks like. But how was your holiday? How was your Christmas? I miss you. I haven't heard from you in almost 2 weeks.
I know. I went to my daughter's on Christmas Eve. My oldest daughter surprised us. She was going to be there. She's having man problems. So
Oh,
Uncle Rob, her uncle, which is my first wife's brother, he went all the way out to go pick her up. He drove down from up north drove all the way west to go pick her up and bring her all the way over here and surprised us.
Aw,
So I got to see both grandkids,
both of them. Oh,
both kids, and everybody else that was over, and we had a blast. One of the relatives brought a whole thing of lottery tickets, and he was just handing them out to everybody.
did anybody win?
Oh yeah, I won a couple of fives and a couple of $2. But
That's rich when you don't
every
pay for them. So I like
every
that.
hour, so he was handing us. We were getting two, so I think I scratched like 10 of them. So the ones that I did win, I just put in the tip jar for the drinks. So because the son-in-law, he had a barmaid, and so he had a tip jar out. So I just kept putting my winning lottery tickets in the tip jar.
Would you end up getting the grandkids?
What did I get them?
Yeah.
I got I made Christmas bulbs for everybody with their name on them. And there were clear bulbs, and I put their names on them with my Cricut, and then I put tissue paper inside of them to make them colorful. And then so each of them got one of those. I got my grandson some I think it was a set of like 3, 6, 8 little cards that you push and it goes rum 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 rum. So he did, and one you push down and it flips over, and then it rolls by itself. So I got him a bunch of those cars, and then I got my granddaughter a doll, doll.
Like a baby doll?
Yeah, baby doll. She was a good size. Her eyes lit up for that, and it had a little puppy dog, and had a purse,
Oh,
had hair you could brush, and stuff like that. So I got those. And then I got my son-in-law, he got a shirt and a neck warmer and coffee cup with his name on it. I got my youngest daughter coffee cup with her name on it, and I got her like a it's not a robe, it's like a sweater that goes down to your knees. It's nice formal sweater.
mm-hmm.
And then I got my oldest daughter, she got a hoodie, a nice shirt with a hood on it, really soft. And then I got their roommates a shirt each. So yeah, everybody got a Christmas bulb with their name on it. So I think I made 8 of them. Eight of them total.
I loved that ball idea that you had.
Yeah,
Um,
the last
I
minute thing.
remember I was telling you that I thought it was a great idea. I thought you could turn it into something educational also. So kudos to you for coming up with it. Um, that's why I don't have a Cricut because I'm not creative like that. Now I can take when someone says you're gonna want to make this, and then I can say, oh, good idea, and then maybe customize it. But as far as the original creativity of on its own,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm kind of lacking there. I'm really lacking.
yeah, that was the last minute thing. So I put their names on it. I'm like, you really can't see. You really can't see their name. So I'm
You
like,
can't like when it's hanging up.
so when I was holding on to it after I put their names on it, it was like hard to see their names. So I was like, what can I put inside to make the name stand out? So I had extra tissue
Uh,
paper from wrapping the shirts and clothes and stuff. I'm like, ding. So I took a sheet of the tissue paper and I just started shoving it in there with a pair of tweezers. each one is a different color.
Oh, that makes sense then.
So I'm like, okay, I did one. I'm like, that makes a big difference. So I did all of them like that. I made each one a different color.
Wow. Well, I like that. I like the idea a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought you could do something even more fun for your grandson. You know, boys are really active in things like that,
Mhm.
and maybe rolling a ball up, like making an alphabet or something like that, and then rolling out three balls for him to go and get and put on a shelf and make a word out of it or something
Yeah.
like that.
That's
And then he learns, yeah, how to recognize letters. And then as he grows, he puts the letters together to make a word.
yeah.
Cat, dad, mom, Ted. I remember, I don't know any Teds, but I remember that was like one of the first words I remember learning in school. Ted did everything. Ted played with the ball. Ted went home. Ted went around, to school. I mean, Ted got to do everything. I always wanted to be Ted.
But this boy is so he has so much energy. He does not stop. I mean, it's nonstop all day long. For Halloween, we try to get him to sit down to do pumpkins. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. He would stay 5 minutes.
5 minutes, huh?
So we're like, okay, well, he had enough of that.
Uh,
This boy,
so, and you have your one daughter. She's pregnant, right?
yeah, my youngest. She's due next month.
Do you know what it's going to be yet, girl or boy?
It's a boy.
Another boy.
Mhm. Another boy. His name is going to
Oh,
be
wow.
Noah.
What's the name?
Noah.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, Noah.
Wow,
Yep.
that's
So,
beautiful.
hmm
Dang. If I had it to do all over again, I looked high and low for my kids' names. I named my son. Well, my dad named my son. His name is Justin Tyler, and Justin was supposed to be Whitney. That's my family name,
yeah,
and I just thought Whitney was too feminine. So my daughter is Tiara Whitney.
right.
So we kept the name in the family. Unfortunately, it went from the male line and lineage. And it, jumped over. My dad kept saying, "You're just like my mom," because I guess my grandmother felt the same way. I don't want to name my son Whitney.
Yeah. Well, my youngest is name. Her first name is my middle name, and her mom's first name kind of pieced together.
Oh,
'Cause
that's beautiful.
my middle name is Dion, Dion, and then her name was Gina. She took the NA from her and just put it on to my middle name. So my youngest daughter's name is Deanna.
That's beautiful. Billy, you got short change. You have like a rich man's name, William Dion.
Yeah.
A product should be named after you. That is so beautiful. But we know, you're not rich.
Yeah.
You got short change.
Yeah. Sure did at birth.
I would feel like I want my legacy. When am I going to get my legacy?
Yeah. And I named my oldest. I came up with the name Samantha. And
That's
then
gorgeous.
her mom came up with Michelle. So her name is Samantha Michelle.
There you go. I like that though.
Yeah.
My dad said that I was supposed. They gave me some horrible choices. My dad said that I was supposed to be Don't laugh, but this is the ugliest thing I've ever heard. Beauty Jean.
Beauty Jean.
hmm Beauty Jean. That was gonna be my name. I'm like, whoever walked in and stopped that thought, I owe them.
Oh.
Huge. How does beauty go with Jean? Beauty Jean. What were you guys thinking? My dad, he put too much effort in also. It was like, I went out and got a name book. Why? There's just so many other names out there.
Mhm.
Why didn't you just name me Whitney? So,
Exactly.
because I'm a girl. So, isn't that unfair?
Yeah. See,
That's
I also
that's
got
my only legacy.
my dad's name is William. I'm William, and my younger brother is also William. So there's three of us.
There's no originality
My
there.
middle name, the only name is different is my middle name. My dad and my younger
William
brother
Dion.
is the first and the second. So
Oh wow. So what are you? You just Dion?
yep.
So they
My
call you Dee Dee at home.
no, they don't call me by my middle name anymore. Not
They
every
call you Billy D.
the
Billy D. Oh my gosh.
only
You
one
know I'm gonna.
when I grew up and moved out of the house, the only one that would call me by my middle name was my mother.
Oh,
So,
oh.
so I got teased so much during school
I bet.
for my middle name. I was like, no, 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 no more. I got into high school, it was Bill. So when I had friends call the house, my dad always called Big Bill, Medium Bill, or Little Bill. I was
That
always,
is so unoriginal.
Middle Bill.
What was the name of that show that came on in the 80s? Oh my gosh. Hi, my name is Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. That was Larry and the Darryls. Oh. Oh, when y'all got mad at each other or when somebody did something, oh, your poor parents. That wasn't me. That was Bill. That was William. Which one? The
Well,
other one.
when my brothers got into trouble, I got the whipping because I was the oldest. I knew better, but I didn't do anything. They did it. I got the whipping.
Yeah, the oldest is usually the most responsible of the. Um, was it three of you? It's usually it was a study that we did when I was in college, and I'm trying to remember. Was that psych? I think that was my psych class, and they did a study on same-sex siblings.
Mm.
And there were three or more siblings. And the study ended up showing that the older sibling was usually the more responsible sibling. Um, the younger sibling of, the trio or more would usually be the more artistic. Yeah. And we were, um, oh, J Rob, I am looking for, you see how loose it is right here in the middle? I don't know if you guys can see. So I am about to change it from this Q snap to a new loop hoop, and I got a ton of hoops so that I can get some of the firmness back. It does make a difference, so that's what I'm looking for. Ones that I think unfortunately, the camera is not zoomed out enough for you guys to see that I'm sitting stuff over it and testing. Uh, who was playing with water? Did you pee? Um, you're so bad, Lizzie.
I'm just
uh,
getting caught up on chat here. Hi, Susan Z. Where you been? I'm way behind. Um, hey, Dreamer. Sorry to hear about the fire over there at the house. There's been a lot of fires in Colorado too. Heart goes out. All those are in the way of the fires. Because I know what it's like. Because when we had the bad fires out in Cali, I mean, I was just miles away from when the fires came down from LA all the way down to San Diego. Yeah, I remember those that time. What makes it worse is those high winds. Those are bad, 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 bad. Let's see. Hey, Sean. No. I was talking about the fires. And let's see. Lizzie says, "Who's playing with water?" No one's playing with water.
Not me.
Berta
No
says,
water.
on her family, her aunt is Auntie Ethel, and her cousin is Ethel. They call them Big Toe and Little Toe. Oh my goodness. J. Rob says, Tia, I made a Facebook group for our collab and all my collabs throughout 2022. I can send you the link if you want.
I once.
She says, "Whoop."
I once. Yeah. So my son this year has he has been outstanding. Usually, I don't get anything that I, care to recall because just doesn't have the gift giving bug in him. It just when it comes to giving gifts, he's not like, I don't know, he doesn't think. Um, it's hard to describe, but he gives some pretty crappy gifts. So last year, he asked me what I wanted. I sent him a couple of ideas. He got all the ideas. That was pretty cool. Kind of took the fun out of what am I going to get? But it was still pretty cool. I didn't get anything that I didn't want.
Yeah.
This year, he read the room this year. He literally read the room. And he got me all kinds of cross stitch stuff. Obviously, I used to be big in cross stitch and hadn't done it in a long time. So what he did this year that I really loved is, he saw that I had been shopping a lot more, just to kind of have, kind of build my cross stitch supplies and stuff back up.
Right.
You helped a lot when you sent me the floss box. He was like, "Oh, great! Now I can help fill it up."
There you go.
So not only did that kind of help him, um, yeah, he got me. I mean, I got all kind of stuff. I
That's good.
got this
Hi,
floss
Karina.
kit. Hi, Karina.
Happy New
I
Year.
got new hoops, to put my projects and stuff in. And I have you ever done stamped cross stitch, Billy?
No.
Yeah, me either. So, and he got me two stamped cross stitch projects. So, yeah, I've never done them, but it will be interesting
Yeah.
to, yeah, kind of, get started. I'm probably going to do an unboxing on one just to see, back in the old days, we was counting.
Yeah.
Those X's and counting. And so this will
I've
be something different.
seen them done.
We'll see. They're 11 count. I do have a preference for 18 and 16. Um, so it should be quick, easy, and simple.
Uh-huh.
But they are large. They are large projects. So we'll see. And my Q snap is back. I really liked this Q snap. Again, this is something that was brand new. You know, it wasn't around when I first started cross
Right.
stitching 30 something years ago. And so I wanted to try it. I did, loved it to death. I always use these round hoops.
Yeah.
Uh, and I started seeing these, there's more plastic, oval, and rectangular shape ones
Hmm.
down the line. But the Q snap was a game changer. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah. Because when I started cross stitching, I my first was a wooden the wooden ones where you have the wood dowels on the top and the bottom. You tighten them
Hmm.
down. You have the screws on the side. You tighten down. I don't know if they're called.
Yeah.
I guess they're like a scroll. That's what I
Oh
started.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, for larger projects and things like that, we used to use those, and they would tighten. You can, it just made it easier to tighten your project and stuff.
Right.
So, um, yeah, that was different. I loved it though. I really did love working with it. So I can see it being part of my future endeavors. Now all I have to do is here we go, figure my workspace out. So, what do you have coming up as we head into 2022? Any projects that you have on the horizon that you can't wait to work?
No, just finishing what I've started in the last 2 years.
Okay, you going for the completions? Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. I think I actually decided to, instead of doing any major projects, that I want to finish what I've started at least in the last year, which is my Heaven and Earth designs. I want to finish that one. I want to finish my custom of my stepmom. I want to finish my cross stitch. I want to finish the one that's on the wall. You can't see it right now, but my Manny Mazzano right there on the wall. I want to finish that.
Yeah,
I have a couple other ones that are kitted up that I want to finish.
good
So
idea.
that's my 2022 plans right now.
Well, I'm doing Blinging in the New Year. We are partnering that with Ticket to Ride. I love landscapes, and so I thought that was an awesome way to kick off Rebecca's Year of the Landscapes. She is going to focus on a lot of her landscape canvases this year. Um, and then Crystal's Crafty Creations. She is doing a Disney event. I
Mhm.
call it an event because she's welcoming all crafts. So not just cross stitch, not just diamond painting, but coloring, paint by number. The theme is Disney, and one of the projects that my son got me is a Disney project.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys go way back to some of my earlier videos, but painting I did this picture I did as a diamond painting for my sister-in-law,
Uh-huh.
and it came out so gorgeous. So I did. I was kind of happy when he sent this. Obviously, it would be nice to compare. She has it up in her home. No, I would not be doing this project for her. And then there's the temperature along. It's going to be a cross stitch for the year, and I bought this Disney Princesses cross stitch pattern.
Uh-huh.
It is so ambitious. The project is huge, but the stitching, because it's not like a full stitch, but the stitching, is just a lot. It's every Disney princess, and then they give you the outline to how you can set it up. They even give you an outline for the next two princesses, um, while they're trying to get them together. They would send those patterns to you for free. So that's going to be an ambitious project. Now, since there's 13, um, which, there's only 12 months in a year,
Right.
I was going to see how much I can get done, just working on one princess a month. Um, yeah, but it's like on 18 count, it's like 39 by 22.1 inches.
Um,
Yes, inches, not centimeters or millimeters, it's inches. When I tell people that, they're like, "Are you sure you mean inches?" Yes, yes, I mean inches.
yeah, they're always, is that centimeters or inches?
Is that centimeters or inches? So it is inches, which is basically a little more than 1 yard, one length on one side, and 18 count. So this is a huge project.
Right.
Um, yeah. So and then it's 22 by 1 inch, on the shorter side, and yeah, that's that's more than half of a yard. So
Yeah.
yeah, so 1 yard by a half a yard, a little more than half a yard. That's an ambitious project.
Yes. I
We'll
would say so.
see. It'll be. hmm So what I liked about you and I doing this cross stitch collab was I forgot how much I loved cross stitching.
Right.
Obviously, as we get older, we move on to other things, life changes and stuff. I moved from cross stitch over to crochet, and I really enjoyed crochet and things of that nature. Then from crochet, I did try knitting for a couple of years. I'm not good at knitting. Projects that's supposed to be 10 inches ended up 2 inches. Like, I cannot, I don't know how, but the project always got tighter and tighter and tighter. So I wasn't fond of knitting. Have you ever knit?
No. My sister did.
Yeah. Does she like? I mean, is she good at it or?
I don't know. She didn't. It didn't last very long.
That's totally how I feel. So, yeah. And I tried. Like I said, my projects would always end up smaller and smaller. And so after the knitting, um, I started having kids and things of that nature. So crafting was out of the question until, they started getting older and they're walking and, a little more independence. And from there, I moved into candle making, wax items and things. I've done the soaps, lotions, lip balms, um, you name it, whatever they sell at Michael's. Candy making.
Oh wow.
Um, hmm hmm I moved back to cross stitch for a long time. I mean, crochet for a long time. Crochet. It was easier to pop out, projects and things like that.
Right.
So crochet was it. Everyone appreciates a crochet gift. They love crocheted hats, scarves, mittens,
Mm-hmm.
vests, sweaters. They will, and then it's just a gift that everyone really appreciates. Blankets, pillows, matching blankets and pillows. They really
Right.
appreciate it. So I did that for a long time. And then probably about 2017, 2018, I was starting to get that itch again. I wanted to craft. I missed it. And started looking for cross stitch patterns and came across later that year, came across diamond painting pattern. It was
Right.
talking about 5D. I'm like, how is cross stitch 5 dimensional? Like, that is something new, new wave. Um, and then I clicked on an ad and it was showing the picture of them paint. I was like, how did they get them things to stick?
Yeah.
I was in love. I was in love. So cross stitch took another back burner, poor thing. And yeah, then I fell in love with clay. You were there, you know. I think you fell just as hard.
Yeah.
Um, and then, you know, as I came down through this year, trying to divide my time between clay and diamond painting. When you said that you wanted to get back to your project, I was like, I've been talking about getting back to cross stitch. So this was ideal. I loved it. I really did. I love that it took me away from this desk because I sit at a desk all day. Then I
Right.
come and I sit at my craft desk. And I love that it took me away from that and it got me over to my sofa. I got to put my feet up and prop my feet up. And it was really relaxing and enjoyable. I think that's the part that really, you know, hit home for me. It's like, I got my feet propped up. I'm feeling good.
Uh-huh.
You look like where are you at? At your desk? You're at your desk cross
Yeah.
stitching.
Yeah. I still don't have
Do you ever?
I don't have a sofa or anything. I don't have a kitchen table yet.
Aw, I didn't
That's
know.
I'm in no rush. I want to. I've been out looking here and there, but I haven't really found anything I liked. So I don't
Well,
want to.
wait until you get something you like, because that's, you
Yes,
know, you got to live with it.
my
So I
point,
think it is like,
because I don't want to be sitting here staring at something I don't like.
yeah, that's awesome that you're waiting and you're patient. Because a lot of times people they just, oh, I need something, I'll get this, and then I'll get what I like later, and then they never end up getting what they like later because they have something.
Right.
So that's a good idea what you're doing, waiting around. I remember I wanted a new bedroom suit. This was years ago. I was still married, so well over 20 years ago. And I wanted a new bedroom suit. I'm like, come on, this is my bedroom suit that my dad bought me when I was in school. You know, I moved out and took it with me. And I want something new, you know, updated.
Yeah.
And so I threw everything out, called our trash collectors so they can come and pick it up and things. And I felt like that was the most ideal way because we had talked about it for almost 2 years, getting a new bedroom suit, but it
Yeah.
would never be on the forefront because we had one to sleep in.
Yeah.
So as soon as I threw it out, hmm
My bedroom set's new. I replaced my bedroom set a year and a half ago, I think.
look at you. See, important.
Yeah.
Well, I had a new bedroom suit within I think a week, maybe a week and a half. That wasn't on the forefront until I threw the old one away. Then it was like, oh yeah, we got to get a new suit. You
Yeah.
know, we shopping every day. So yeah, kudos to you.
I have a coffee table and I have a microwave. The microwave's still in the box.
That awesome microwave. You said it's still in the box. Stop.
Yeah. I open it up, but it's still in the box. I just haven't had the time to go in there and work because I have to actually cut out a part of the wall for the venting. I have to put a plug in. So it's just not simple plop it up on the wall and plug it in. No, I have to do some extra work. And I just haven't
Mm-mm.
had time. I've been
Does it
working.
come with a convection?
It's over the stove microwave.
Hmm.
So it has the
That's
lamp
what I have.
with the fan and everything. Yeah, but I just have to cut out the part of in the wall to put it in the to put the duct in for the airflow. I have to put a plug in to plug it in. There's a plug there's wiring already there. I just have to put in the plug, the socket. I already got all
Mhm.
that stuff. It's just a matter of doing it. I just haven't had the time because I've been working 12 to 14 hours. And when it snows, I'm working almost 16 hours because it's taking even longer. So,
Wow.
and I move into a new truck on Sunday.
So are you not gonna do the big giant one anymore, or are they putting you back in the one that you worked
Oh, I've
before?
been driving the small one. I've been driving the small one because the big one hasn't been. It's been being worked on, and so
Hmm.
all our trailers and all our trucks have all PM service done on them because that's what they were doing, taking one at a time and getting service done on them. Because every, I think, because the tanks have to be tested for tight for leak proof and tightness and vapor proof and all that stuff every 2 years.
Hmm.
So when I started, they were all being redone, recertified. So now that our big trailer is, we only have the one big truck, the one big trailer um, here because nobody else wants to drive it. So that's all done, and we finally got the truck back from the shop because that's all done now. And I last night I hooked it up to the trailer, made sure everything was good to go. Um, so Sunday I start driving the big trailer again.
Wow.
Yeah,
Are you nervous, like driving it in the snow?
yeah, because it's a lot heavier. It's more gallons and it's heavier because I've been driving the small trailer, which is 8,600 gallons. When I start driving the big trailer, it's 13,000 gallons. So I go
Mm.
from 80,000 pounds with truck and trailer loaded, 80,000, 40 tons, to 130,000, 65 tons.
Wow.
More axles too.
Well,
I go
mm,
the trailer the small trailer I'm driving now has two
mhm.
axles in the back, and the big one has six axles on the back. Because when you turn, you have to push the button to make the two axles go up, or else you won't be turning.
Wow.
Yeah, out here they run a lot of those trailers because they have the more axles, and they're actually one and a half. One of those trailers is one and a half loads of the smaller trailers. So instead of running eight, we can do a lot more with just one run instead of the smaller ones. So yeah, a lot more work and more time and more skill
I think
and
you'll
we
do
have
it.
a couple guys out. One guy went in for emergency surgery on a hernia surgery, so he won't be back until after the first of the year. We had a guy test positive for COVID. He's been out for 2 weeks. Another guy he's called a weekend warrior because he only works the weekends, 4 days a week, and he calls in half the time. So he's not he's not worth anything. So he's the one I've been sharing a truck with now. He's like worthless.
Wow. Weekend warrior.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, weekend warrior, you only work 4 days. You work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think it is.
Mhm.
4 days for $1.50 more an hour. And he calls in half the time. Like when was it? Just the other day, he called in. He came in and did one run, and called in and said, "I gotta go. I don't feel good." He went
Yeah,
home.
that's working a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
That night I had
a
five.
lot.
They gave me 5 stops that night because he went home.
No bueno. I wouldn't like that.
Mm,
I wouldn't like that. I'm showing up. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I think we all should do what we're supposed to, or we all should be in line for a pay raise. Is how Miss Tia look at it.
Hey, Chris, how are you? She's
Doing pretty
working on,
good. Thanks for asking.
Chris says, working on a Who Can canvas for Advent calendar. J. Rob says, I'll drive it, but it may need to be fixed after 10 minutes. Yeah, can you drive a 10-speed?
She said it made me. How many gears do you drive?
They're
Do
10.
you shift?
They're all 10.
10.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Five.
And
It's 5, then you split 5. Yeah, so.
that's a lot.
Yeah. But we start out in second gears. You don't start out in first. You start out in second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do that too sometimes. I start out in third, but I'm not doing it for the reason you're doing it. I got places to go.
Yeah. Now when I'm in, I start out in fourth gear. When I'm empty.
Really?
Yeah. And I skip every other. But you can only do that when you're empty.
Okay.
Yeah. When I'm loaded, I'll skip once. I'll go from 4th to 6th. And that's it. Because those big engines and the big trucks, when you see those trucks, they're all fiberglass. Under the hood is all engine. It's all engine. The engine and the transmission for those trucks is the size of a small car.
Well,
Turbo diesel. That's why they take so long to get them moving, because we're hauling some some big, a lot of weight. So, yeah, it takes a lot of power to move them.
I'm sure that you guys are doing a fantabulous job.
Yeah.
Wow. We appreciate you guys doing it. It's one of those jobs that I don't know if I would want to do. It's a little too cold, you know. Just don't leave the gas abandoned on the side of the road nowhere. Dump it in the ocean like Amazon.
No.
Like the Amazon truck driver. Did you see that article
About what?
about the Amazon guy?
The
He was
Amazon?
just fed up. I heard it was an Amazon truck driver. He was just like fed up with, I guess, with his job, and yeah, dumped all the packages in a creek alongside the road or something.
Oh, wow.
You know, everybody got a phone nowadays with a camera on it, and somebody caught the action.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, because a lot of those, the big trucks, the semi trucks for Amazon, are all owner-ops. They hire guys that own their own trucks to drive those trailers full of packages.
Wow.
So I wonder if he was a local delivery guy, not a big rig guy. So if it was a big rig guy, all those guys are hired independently. Because I actually worked for a company years back that they contracted their owner-operators for their company. I was actually an owner-operator for that company, and they needed someone to drive from warehouse to warehouse one night. And they called me into the office. I'm like, hey, can you do this? Can you go from, because in Arizona they had 3 warehouses for Amazon. They're like, okay, it's $50 an hour you go from one warehouse to the other warehouse for 10 hours. I'm like, yeah. $50
That sounds fun.
and just going
Yeah, that's fun.
10 miles. That's it.
Yeah, I would have definitely been on that.
He did it for a month, and he made over $14,000 cash after his expenses in a month.
Yeah, I would have done that.
And
They do have them close like that. So here in Vegas, they probably have, I don't know, close to maybe 7 or 8. Yeah, very close like that. Maybe the difference of 15 miles.
Yeah, they were really close. They were really close together. I just went from one to the other, and that's it.
Yeah, if your receiving or shipping department is in another location, you probably do just need a driver to get it to the other location. It ships in here and it needs to go out to the consumer from another location. So yeah, I can definitely see that.
Lizzie
That sounds like
says,
a nice gig.
that's where Luna's Christmas coloring book went.
Oh, it's in the ocean. It's in the ocean, Lizzie. Yeah, there was a meme about it and everything. And it was on the news here. And then my mom, she told me about a week later, she was like, that driver got fired.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is that news? Like that, that shouldn't be news. Like that should have been the norm. So, yeah, but I guess it was news. He got fired.
Our delivery guys are early here because FedEx. When I was in California, we wouldn't get FedEx until after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
My FedEx guy came today. He was here by 8:30 in the morning. 8:30.
$8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Because I was outside having a smoke, and I was like looking down the road, and I'm like, is that FedEx truck? Sure enough, he got closer, and it was. I was like, holy cow, it's here already.
Yo. Any changes you plan to make in the new year? Any resolutions you making?
Yeah, retire.
I'm with you there. I would love to retire.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to retire by 54, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be in the cards.
I sit in bed, pray every day. Please, Lord, retire tomorrow.
Mm,
And it hasn't happened
man.
yet. So I gotta keep praying.
You got to keep praying, huh? uh, yeah, I wanted to retire by 54. I had looked into it, everything. I mean, I had a game plan. Um, and then they said, well, you can't even touch your Social Security unless disability or something, until 59, and that's with a penalty.
Yeah.
So that added 5 more years onto the game plan. That made me upset. You can retire, but obviously you would need to have some sort of a income coming in for those 5 years and things. I did look into, okay, so let me extend it to 59. And what would that look like? There's a difference of like $75, $80 or something. It's not going to be a lot. So I don't see me working much past 59 unless, some rules and things like that change. But I like what a lot of the young people are doing. I remember when I first started college, I was kind of, I didn't know where I was going to go with education and stuff. And I was pre law with a minor in Spanish.
Oh.
but just because I wanted to do like international business and things like that. And so international business, I wanted to do law for like corporations, mergers, and things like that, where they had companies in, housed in other locations, other countries. And but you do have to declare a minor and things of that nature. And I couldn't decide what do I want to do. I was like I should major in. I was going to major in marketing at one point, finance at another. It was just very
Yeah.
unclear and things. But what I knew is that I did plan to work long. Is what I definitely knew.
Okay.
So I tried computers, programming. I started off in Pascal. You remember Pascal?
Yes. I did computer
That
network.
was, oh, yeah, that's right. You did. So
Mhm.
that's like 87, 88. COBOL came along, 90-ish,
Mhm.
Pascal, the early stuff I had already learned was already outdated.
Yeah.
And I took like 2, 3 classes, it was already outdated. I was so frustrated. I was like, I'm never going into computers. And you guys would be stupid to major in computers.
I know when I was in school doing my computer networking, they were teaching us DOS and Windows 98. I go to
I
work.
learned DOS also.
School was only 14 months by the time I got out because it was a
Mm-mm.
course. So
Mm-mm.
we had 3 new classes every 6 weeks. So in 14 months, I go out and get a job, and they're doing Windows 2000,
Yep.
Windows
Yep.
Windows NT. I'm like, well, this is what they taught
Yeah.
us in school, and I just finished school. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It, So my first computer I got in '82, and it was a Commodore 64. It was DOS based, and everything was you had to write your own binary code and everything
Mhm.
to get any programs to work. I had programming book and things. It was ridiculous. I did move on to basic Pascal at that point. By the time I learned to write any type of programming script, COBOL came around,
Yeah,
and then Windows, I think 93, 95, XP,
right.
uh, yeah, I remember all of that. Vista was a huge flop.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, you got to go back to school every time
Yep,
there's an update in programming language.
yep,
Yeah, but what I will say is all of them have been working from home for the last decade.
yeah,
All of them are semi-retired at this point also. They work when they want to. That's where the van life movement is coming from, and tiny house, earths are coming from because they're capable of, working when they need to go back to school, and they're minimizing,
right.
the dream. They're minimizing the dream. Now it's to be, off grid and to reduce bills and stuff. That's what the dream used to be about, to pile on debt, acquire stuff. So yeah, life is definitely a learning lesson. I always think, should I have stayed in computers? Maybe.
Yeah, I probably should have.
And, yeah.
Yeah,
Anything wish you had, if you had to do it all over again, you wish you could go back down that path.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's
Solving
good.
problems. Yeah, because I was a technician for the military, IT tech, and I solved a lot of issues.
Oh, you were good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and they were actually switching over to from an in-house network to a um, outside network. So, because every time when someone in the military would go from base to base, they would have to apply for a username and a new password for each base that they went to. So they went from an in-house network from each base to a worldwide network
Mm.
where you can go
Wow.
and log in any base in the U.S. with the same username and password. Yeah, so I was part of that.
Awesome. I wish, yeah, I don't regret my path.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's taking me longer to get where, I want to be. But one of these days, one of
if
these
it's
days.
just a basic issue, we could actually sit at our desk and actually take control of the person that needed help of their computer and work from right from our desk instead of traveling all the way over to their location.
Yeah, now that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah, see, you put your education to use. I'm proud of you. I gotta, keep
Still,
telling my kids while you're young now, because I can't take care of y'all forever.
yeah, all these years, I'm still paying on my education too.
Don't worry, I am also. I am too. That's probably why I'm having a moment. Did I do the right thing?
I ain't got,
As I head into my 20th year,
no, it's almost done. It's almost done. That's why I keep thinking it's almost done.
almost done. I paid off. I had a couple. I paid off two loans. I still only have two to go. It's just hard, and I gripe about it because I'm paying for my kids' education, so they won't 20 years down the road still have, their student loan to have to pay off and things. Yeah, and I told you, you better not touch a loan. You better not touch a loan. What do you think I've been working all these years to do?
Uh, See, my daughter got lucky. She got scholarships.
My daughter had a scholarship the first 2 years,
Yeah.
and then she changed some things. She moved into the dorm, added a meal plan, increased her cost, and she changed her major. So she only had a partial scholarship because she lost the one that was tied to her last major.
Wow. Oh, let's go and get it caught up on chat. What's going on over here? Um, J Rob says, OMG, I forgot the center camera was Billy. And I looked up and went, oh, wow, Tia's arm is here really grown. Wish I could read. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Cindy Lee. Um, well, you're typing, aren't you?
Yeah, you can tell.
Well, I'm chit
Yeah.
chatting away, huh? J Rob
Well,
says,
there's nothing wrong with it.
some good news. What's your good news, J Rob? I finally was granted forgiveness for 2 of 3 student loans. 24K forgiven. Woo! You got any extra? I'll take it.
I know. I think I'd be done with that.
She's been
I
paying for
might have
20
maybe.
years. Holy cow.
I have two. I'll be paying on mine forever.
The
I'm
it
gonna be
really
in the
is.
nursing home. They'll be trying to get a payment for my student loans out of the nursing home.
Now, mine's have been almost 20 years this year, and I'm down to
Hmm.
$4,000.
I would probably pay that off and been done.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, mine. Well, I went back to school like twice. So going back to school, kind of, when you're in school, you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
And so, and then there were points throughout, when I'm a single mom where I requested deferments and things like that. Your interest still builds. You can still pay on just the interest,
Yeah.
but they will allow deferments and things. They have several kinds, and you can do a hardship deferment also. You really want to hold off on those because you only get to request them, like once or twice, I think. So I did deferments, when the kids were little, and if I had a moment where I was struggling and stuff, and that helped me out. So the government really does look out for us, you know. So when I pay, I just look at it like, I'm paying, for some of the kindness they bestowed. Because if I'd have still had to pay, and like my son, he had to go to a speech pathologist at one point. My daughter,
Right.
um, she was born with like a herniated navel and things like that, and she also had night terrors and stuff. So getting them off to the doctors and orthodontists and stuff while I was a single mom, so I made the education work for me, but the government helped a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
She makes the same as a Taco Bell manager. Well, there you go. Something to shoot for. Yeah, I'm sure the cashier at Taco Bell would love the Taco Bell manager's position. It's always something to shoot for.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, everybody's got to start at the bottom somewhere.
That's right. That's right. You know,
With
and as
that,
long
work your way up.
That's right. And if you're not up, there's always room for growth. Woo, woo, woo. I sound
Mhm.
like J Rob now. I just don't have my J Rob voice. Don't worry, honey. As long as you're not on the bottom, whenever you're on the bottom, there's always room for growth. Oh, oh. Do I sound like her?
Just,
Oh, don't worry.
just like when I was transferring out here, the the boss man told everybody that, hey, I got a new guy coming, but he didn't tell him I was a transfer. All of a sudden, I just show up and I'm by myself. They're like, who did you train with? We haven't seen you. One guy saw me twice because I rode with him because my trainer was off on those 2 days. And they're
Oh.
like, uh, uh, didn't you do any training? I'm like, yeah, 11 days. What? I've been training for 6 weeks. I'm like, I'm a transfer from the West Coast. I've been with the company 3 years. Oh, that's why you get Fridays and Saturdays off. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Oh, you got to deal with that too. I thought that was only a female thing. So you're dealing with jealousy and built-in snickers and stuff. I wonder, have you walked in on uncomfortable conversations where it felt like they stopped talking because you walked in the room?
No, we don't have an office.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Men probably are just as petty as us women.
Oh,
So.
the guys are more gossip than the women, I think. They'll sit when we go load the trucks out. They'll be inside getting the bill of ladings. They'll be inside getting their bill of ladings just walk by. And I'm like, you guys are better, you worse than the women. And I go in and I go out. I'm done. I don't stick around and listen to that shit. No, I don't. I
um,
got hired in.
so
They
one of
told me this. They told me that. I started working on my own, and they told me, no, that was wrong. And I'm like, sucker.
I I did this thing this season that I really enjoyed, and I called it Holiday Hallmark. And
Mhm.
every week we had over someone new, and we would watch a Hallmark movie, and then afterwards we would have like a discussion. And we had wine so that everyone could be loosened up and they could feel, more free to talk about the movie and things.
Right.
And the one thing that me and my mom had got together and talked about afterwards were that, like, one point my son and his four friends were over, and we got to get like male perspectives and things. Another point, my brother and my sister-in-law were here. My nephew, who had just proposed to his girlfriend, his high school sweetheart. They've been together like 8 years. He proposed to her on Halloween, and they came. And that was the one thing that we noticed also, was that the guy's perspective of the movie was so, I mean, they were finicky, they were so nitpicky, they were petty at moments and things like that. I wouldn't have did that. I don't understand. If I was him, well, she would have been dumped, you know.
Uh-huh.
It was a lot of fun because we got to see, how people thought and how men thought versus women thought and how the youth thought versus, more mature couples and things. It
Right.
was a great, tradition and experience and things. Um, but the one thing that held true, that was consistent week after week as we did it, was the males' perspectives were so just nitpicky. They were so petty, and things that they would have done, in response. A woman could have made an honest mistake or made an honest miscommunication. Um, and what the guys would respond that they would have done in return was just so petty. Oh, she want to get on the elevator with the guy. Okay, okay. She looking all good. Got on a nice dress. Smelling all good. That's supposed to be his outfit. She wearing it for somebody. Why she on the elevator with the other guy? She got on the wrong elevator or something. She didn't even get a chance to explain, and they going off. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Uh,
So, uh,
so how's your mom doing?
worrying about you.
Worrying
She,
about me?
yes. Where's Billy? I told her I was gonna be on with you today. She was happy. She told me to ask how you were doing. Are you keeping warm? Are you getting a lot of sleep? How is the roads and things? Obviously, we thought you were in the bigger truck, so I think that's another reason, that she's so concerned.
Yeah.
But I told her, you are built for this. This is what you were trained for. And you're going to take your time and you're going to always focus on safety.
I have
So
18 years experience driving, so
there we go. I will let her know. I didn't realize it was that much. I thought it was like 10, maybe 15. But yes. And then the other thing, obviously, you are so far away and she want to make sure that you're getting a lot of family time. And she
yeah,
asked if you miss your old roommate.
yeah.
I told her I don't think so, but
Between work and family, that's all I've been doing.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, and then, what was the roommate had? What was the nephew, the little nephew, or things like that? She wanted to know. Also, were you really enjoying the peace and quiet?
Oh yes.
I told her I thought you would be. She asked 3 times, and I said, "Mom, what are you trying to say? Like, I feel like there's a message behind this. Like, you're asking specifically about peace and quiet and people being in a space."
Yeah. I went from 4 to 5 hours sleep a day to 8, 10 hours of sleep every day.
Oh, there you go. Good, 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 good. And Tiara asked about you. How's Uncle Billy? And I said,
Mhm.
he's doing great. He's doing great. She has been freezing her butt off. Um, and she asked me if I could make her some mittens. So, I haven't crocheted in a minute, but I told her I would. I'm going to get the pattern from you.
Yeah, because when I go to work, I wear a long john shirt I wear my work shirt, which is thicker than a regular shirt because it's a fire protective shirt, so it's a lot thicker. So I have those two shirts on. I wear a hoodie, and then I wear a Carhartt jacket.
Wow.
I wear
Is it the
long
Carhartt with the Sherpa around the collar?
with the what?
The Sherpa, like I know some of them have like a Sherpa
Uh,
collar. Okay.
so then I have the long john bottoms and a pair of jeans and really thick socks. So that's how I dress for work every day.
Mm, that's no bueno.
I know.
J Rob.
Because I didn't wear my Carhartt in California. What's so funny? What did I miss?
You you gotta read the chat. Honey Bunny, she's hilarious today. Hi Cindy. Hi Chris. Your Huracan Canvas Advent Calendar. Is that like a diamond painting? I um I don't have a preference for Huracan. I have I think 96 Huracan paintings. I after I think my third one, they'll probably get donated to like my grandniece, my brother has three granddaughters, and they're all getting to the point where they're wanting to diamond paint and things. So I feel comfortable saying that they have a stash of 96 built in.
So, who says you have to undress till you have a quickie?
Well, I would hope in Michigan that you don't get all the way undressed. It is too cold. We have to get creative. Good
Uh,
one, Honey Bunny. You definitely need to be creative because it's too cold.
no. I love in the sparkle with. Oh, that's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. How are you? See, Susan says, I always say, be careful driving and stay safe. It is not your driving I worry about. Yes, it is everybody else. They're crazies out here too. I heard some stories from one of the other guys that was that worked nights with me. That's out on
Hmm.
medical. He got hit. He's been hit 3 times in the same intersection.
Whew, that's no bueno
I'm like,
at
well,
all.
has it all been their fault, or have you been paying attention to 3 times in the
He's
same
the common
intersection?
denominator.
Yeah, our truck has cameras, so
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, he's good
yeah.
to go. How many points do you guys get if you, as a you have a CDL, right? As a CDL driver, how
Mhm.
many points do you get if you guys are involved in an accident and cited?
Well, first of all, it's automatically blamed on us. We have to sit and
Yep.
fight. If it's not our fault, we have to actually fight. Say no. So they get. That's why a lot of the trucks nowadays cameras are being put in for the companies to protect them
Hmm.
and their drivers. And the police will actually go around to all the businesses in that area and see if they have cameras that show, the road. So what saved him was there was actually a gas station right there on the corner, and because the truck camera didn't pick it up because he was hit from the side because the person ran a red
Wow.
light, and they actually had it on camera from the gas station. So, but
Wow.
usually commercial driver, it's automatically their fault until it's you actually go to court and prove it that it wasn't.
Well, it's good that they have trucks then. Cameras.
Yes.
I like that you guys have that protection.
Yeah. So me too.
That's unfortunate. I would
Mhm.
hate to automatically be blamed for something.
Yeah.
That's why I steer clear of Teslas. Sorry if you drive a Tesla, but you guys, you know, I think they own the road, and I'm okay with it. A Tesla comes near me, I am done. I'm going to pull off on the side of the road if I have to. If I'm driving and it looks like they're trying to get over into my lane, I will brake and just let them. Even if there's a car behind me, I'll risk rear end. But yeah, I don't play with Teslas at all. They have cameras all around the vehicle, also.
Right.
And if they think they're in the right, if they can just go back to their cameras and stuff, yeah, it doesn't make sense to argue with them. So I see a Tesla, I just let them have their way.
Yeah. The ones
I
that I
wish I
stay
could meet
away
them.
from are the Prius drivers.
Yeah,
They
you don't
seem
like Priuses? They're too much for you?
huh?
I said you don't like Prius drivers? They too much for you?
They drive like they're the only one on the road.
Usually they are. Usually they are. They angry because the catalytic converters are worth so much. The catalytic converter worth so much. Everybody is trying to get a Prius converter, so they
Yeah.
back ordered in California for I think they said close to 8 months. Oh, right, almost done. Well, I definitely will be done with mine today. How long do you think? Well, it's good to know that you are going to keep going and you're not going to give up on our
Yeah,
project.
a
I like
lot.
that.
Right. I'm working on the other foot
Mhm.
right now. On the hoof, I mean.
Yeah, this was a cute little project. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. The next project in the spring, we're still wanting to do our spring cross stitch along.
Hmm.
I think that'll be fun.
And then the
For
only other
me,
thing I got going is the Lizzie Falcon this summer with Lizzie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lizzie and I have a hashtag Love is in the Air collab starting February 1st. You guys know tomorrow starts my hashtag blinging in the new year with J Rob. Yay! That's going to be so much fun. So we are going to be giving insight and little tips and tricks on how anyone can customize their diamond painting. Perhaps you want to change a focal point. You want to see your painting breathe. We're tying it in with Crafting Journey and Cheryl Katz's uh, Ticket to Ride because they're kicking off the year of the landscapes. And one of the things that I love to do with my landscapes is, kind of add more light and then like change a focal point. So I'll take maybe a focal point that's already, highlighted, and
Uh-huh.
I'll try and dim that. And I'll try to rearrange my focal point or change it to another item. Some of the other things that I notice, especially with like my Chuck Pensons, who's my favorite artist, I noticed that sometimes it's hard for me to get the feel of what time of day it is in his paintings.
Uh-huh.
Some, and so because it's hard, he had one painting that was clear, it was morning, and you could see the sun was coming up. But some of the others, you don't know if it's, breaking dawn or if it's heading into twilight. Not to, coin those phrases, but that's the, general feel that I get. So I like to actually change the focal point and add the light and some shadows in. I call them low lights and highlights, so
Um,
that I can pinpoint more of a specific time of day and certain things that are highlighted. The water, I like to add a little shimmer to it if the sun is up high, and things like that. So we will be giving tips and things on that, trying to help everyone out. You don't have to utilize a landscape. There are plenty of other paintings out there, portraits, animals, flower arrangements, where you can also customize and add some brilliance and prettiness. I love to see, um, like as I look from left to right or right to left on a painting, I love to see in like flowers and trees the movement where you can try and see if like a light breeze is coming through.
right.
And we can give tips and suggestions on that also. So lots of fun. Our love is in the air as any canvas, any company, but we will be working on a TSA. It's going to be a surprise, and the artist is going to be popping in to kind of hang out with us as well. So we look forward to that as well. And then, Billy, since you are going to be just finishing up, perhaps you can take some of your projects and apply them to some of the collabs that are coming up and join us and have some fun.
You could.
You could, yeah.
You the passport one. What that just has to be a landscape?
It has to be an actual location. So, like some people took some of their fantasy, the fantasy ones with like purple backgrounds, nighttime beach scene, and they gave it a location like this is Bora Bora. Okay, it qualifies. So it just has to be a location of your own choosing. Some people had just, a lot of Chuck Penson's locations, they're
Yeah,
not real. They're, from his own mind.
right.
So what a lot of people, if you were doing the Chuck Pinson, a lot of them simply named it. Oh, this looks like, a pasture in the backwoods of, southern Tennessee. Reminds me of some of the things my grandmother used to, talk about growing up. And so it was Tennessee, you're heading to Tennessee. You put it on your passport ticket and it qualified. So today is the last day that you guys can fill out the form, Ticket to Ride. You can go to hashtag Ticket to Ride either on Instagram or on Facebook. If you can't get in, because I think you have to join the group. Check out Crafting Journey. She has a Facebook page, and you guys will be able to get the form and sign up through there also. So yeah, and they're running it from January 1st through February 20th. We are going to go live twice a week on J Rob's show and on my show, and we will take anyone who commented on the prior video. If they want to come on our live and get help with their canvas directly and speak with us and get some tips, we'll be offering tips on how they can customize their painting as they continue working on it. So I think that's going to be fun. And BP with Sparklers, Diamond Painting with Sparklers. My goddess, Tima, she is going to be sponsoring
Uh-huh.
our event, and she is also one of the sponsors for the hashtag Ticket to Ride as well. So it's
So
going to be a lot of fun.
is that one it has to be a new canvas or a new start or
Um, for them, it has to be a new canvas. Yeah.
so
For
like
ours, you have to fill out the form, obviously, and you just need to fill out the
this
finish
one
form.
I have here that I have all blinged out?
Is
It
that
won't,
the gorgeous one that I kept
it won't,
telling you I love?
it won't qualify because I've already started it. So do I have to start a new one?
Oh, you almost done with that one. Um,
I know,
uh,
and
I, you know,
it is blinged out too.
you, You've already that's cheating, Billy. That one is cheating. Like you already went and had direction. You already talked about the highlights. We talked about that in June that you're going to add to it. Um, it'd be different if you had already kitted it up and maybe worked on a square. But you already had that planned.
Okay.
So
I'll start a new
no,
one.
I would
I,
like you to start a new one,
I
and I
have
would like you to have fun with this one.
I have I am having fun with this one. So
Okay, good.
I do have another one that's kitted. I have Alice kitted.
You are a year late working on Alice, but yeah, if you have Alice kitted up, yeah, Alice in Wonderland. You just need to put a city to it, and you can put it into two different collabs.
Okay.
Yeah, so is this Alice in Wonderland in Cheyenne, Wyoming? Here we go.
Okay. Um,
See, I just gave you renewed purpose. Have you started putting floss in your floss box?
no,
I have. I
because
was gonna just
I
put
have
the floss in there, but
I have what I have bobbinated. I just haven't put it over there yet.
yeah, that's what mine look like. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I was just trying to put like just my floss scans in. Yeah, I will need to have it bobbinated. So I ended up getting these DMC stickers so that I can put them on my. I bought some extra bobbins and things. But yeah, all I have to do then is just put them in my floss box. It's gonna make projects so easy, though. Oh,
Labeled mine
oh, look at you! Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with these.
with my
Look
label
at you,
maker.
yeah.
See, with my label maker.
Oh, you're fancy schmancy in it. Look at that.
I
I
bought,
spent $4,
I bought that years and years ago.
and it's still coming in handy.
Still
I'm gonna have
coming.
to get one. We gotta have all the things.
That's how I used to label my files, my filing cabinet.
Billy, did you see what Rebecca said? She's in the chat. She said, "Don't do any big-eyed girls as a destination."
Hey Rebecca, how are you?
Uh,
She says, "Come
Your
try."
body is a my body is a wonderland.
She says, "No,
Uh,
Alex.
uh.
Billy's going to go visit his girlfriend Alice in Wyoming. LOL. No big-eyed girls are as destination." Oh my goodness. I'll have to see what I got in my stash, I guess. Why does this look so large?
I'm mad at you, TR. Don't come in here anymore. Billy,
No.
did you hear the bad news?
Uh-uh.
I gotta check on this first, but my daughter just told me something really bad. She just told me that Betty White passed away.
Oh, really?
Mm. Oh my gosh. Yep, she did. It's on everything. CNN, Fox 8, People.com, TMZ. After she just had that argument or something going on with Ryan Reynolds.
What argument?
It was some kind of joke or something. They were going back and forth with Ryan Reynolds a couple days ago, I think.
Oh, that's just center off on the edge then.
Ugh. She had 3 weeks to go, but I just made a comment about it a few weeks ago. I was like, if y'all don't leave her alone, I mean, every day it was something. Every day I had this reaction because they kept saying, oh, as she grows closer to her birthday, quit bringing it up. It was like all constantly on her mind
Yeah.
and things. Every day they came on and said something about, I mean, I thought every day for the last year that she had passed away because it started the news off. Sorry to hear that, and sorry to ruin your show with that. My daughter came in right when she must have just got the updates on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So she lived a good life.
No, I'm just frogging this last stitch I just put in. Didn't look right.
Yep. So with that said, you know, I was making a joke about it. I don't feel bad because she lived a good life, but what I had said was, why is it everyday news? If I was Betty White, I would be pissed. Let me live, you know, and leave me alone about still haven't died yet. It's like, she knows she the only one her family and friends, still around. Like she looks around every day, every time you guys say something, it serves as a reminder. You still here even though everyone else is gone. So that was the comment that I had made. And then I woke up the next day and it was, yeah, and also Betty White this and you know, that has to be me. You know who they're gonna do next? What's the guy that sing Mac tonight? He's next. They're gonna bother him until he dies. He just did the concert with uh, what is her name? Lady Gaga. They're gonna bother him until he's gone next. He's 95.
Oh.
I know, J Rob. I said the same thing. I was like, get out of here with that. You come in here with bad news. I knew it had to be something bad because she came running in here and she's waving her hands like, Mom, Mom. So that's why I went on mute. Yep. So what is his name? I forget. But yeah, they're gonna bother the heck out of him next. He is definitely next. Um, what's his name? Something Bennett. I can't think of it.
Oh.
Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
It took a minute. It took a minute. Yeah, he's gonna be next. They're gonna drive him crazy. Um, Poor thing. Yeah, Mr. Bennett. Don't let him see you sweat, Mr. Bennett. Don't let him in. Quit taking pictures now. He's here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of his places. That doesn't mean he's here exclusively, but one of his homes is here in Vegas. I'm pretty sure they're going to start bothering him. He's definitely going to be next. They're going to get started,
Well,
countdown.
if you see him, just let him know. I'll take one of his houses. Since
That's right. I will let him know. I got this buddy.
You won't have to use it.
Got this buddy. His name is Billy. He would love your Vegas home, so he can come and visit and hang out. Yeah. Yeah. Last night, my son was. They had a concert here, and my son and a couple of his friends they were getting out to go, and they stopped by, and we had a good time. And yeah, he was asking about you. So I was sitting here and I was like, "You just gonna go? You guys gonna come and have fun and laugh and giggle, and then you're gonna leave me here by myself?" And he was like, "Where's Uncle Billy?" I started laughing. I've never heard him call you that. Only TR normally calls you that. And I said, "He's at work." But you didn't work last night, right? You were in bed probably.
Last night I worked.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're up on Friday nights. Okay.
Friday and Saturday nights.
There we go. Yeah. So I was
So,
like, man, that's cold blooded.
so I worked last night and I haven't been to bed yet.
I was wondering because you sent me something at 4 a.m. I was, what is he doing up at 4 a.m.? Why is he in the bed?
Yeah.
So, what is your sleep schedule like? Because you do 6 to 6 now, right?
Yeah. I'll usually come home and I'll stay up until 6.
Okay.
And then I'll go to bed and I'll get up about 4 o'clock.
That's not bad.
No.
You're actually on the same sleep schedule as my son. I never see him, and he's been house sitting. I really think that that's just an excuse, but who house sits for 7 months? So, um, but yeah, he does. He gets in about 5:30, 6 o'clock on the days that he's here. I don't see him at all. By the time I get home, yeah, by the time I get home, it's like depends on what time I leave, but it's usually between 4 and 5 my time when I leave work, and that's around the time he's up and out. He'll, stop by a few friends or something like that before he goes to work. Sometimes he goes and grabs something to eat. I don't see him, and then he house sits on the weekends.
Yeah. I don't see
Great
much
relationship.
when I work, so
Yeah.
the
Mm.
only daylight I really see is one of my off days.
It's okay. I don't know if I would mind so much. You got your. Do you have music in your cab?
Huh?
Do you play music in your cab?
Do I play music?
Yeah, in the cab of your truck.
No.
No.
No radio. We have a radio in the truck, but I'm not in the truck really long enough to even listen to anything. Just no. If I'm on a long trip, I'll put on a YouTube video or something. And I'll just put my headset on, and I'll just listen.
Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, we could use the watch time. So good, supporting us on your journey. I love that.
Yes. The radio, they just repeat the songs too much. Even when I'm in my personal truck, I don't. The radio's off. I don't listen to it.
Yeah, I'm the only one in the house that listens to the radio.
There's
My kids, they
where
don't like to listen to the radio.
I drive for 15 minutes. I can hear the song 3 different times. It's like, wow.
That's true. I do notice that. But I listen to it now that I, leave the house and go to work. And I do notice, yeah, they play some of the same songs in rotation. What I notice more is that every morning at about the same time, maybe 1 or 2 minutes off, I can I know what songs they're gonna play. So you can definitely tell what songs are charting and things like that. Um, yeah. So
That's
it's
3.
just different. But my kids don't like to listen to the radio when they're in the car.
No.
So, which I love because less distractions and things. All right.
I messed up again.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. This is the part that's the hardest, like, you know, counting.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to Crystal a week or so ago. She told me she don't know if she's gonna be big in CrossFit, and I was like, "Why not? It's fun." She was like, "'Cause I don't like counting." So that makes sense. You got to be a counter.
Not that much
Uh,
counting.
It is a lot of counting. I'm counting my petunias off. You like that?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's my
uh,
problem. I count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I don't mind the X's, at all. I don't mind them at all. But it's this back stitching. I'm
Yeah.
not doing so well at the back stitching. Yeah, I'll get it, but it's just a pain in it. A pain in it.
Right. A lot of people don't like the back stitch, but it looks good.
It does bring the project out. That's why I was like, let me try it and see, because this was gonna be a back stitchless project. I was done. I was happy. I was about to wash the fabric and things, and then I was like, what if Billy's come out, and it's like really just awesome. I want to feel some kind of way. So it's like, just go ahead, give it a try, see if you like it. If nothing else,
Hmm.
take a couple of hours. If it doesn't come out nice, and yeah, do we have to do to kind of remove it? So that was the goal. Yeah, that was going to be the goal. And yeah, so it's making a project stand out really beautifully. So I
Yes.
guess it'll stay. I guess it'll stay, but
Okay, we'll
it's a
just
lot
have
of
a
work.
couple minutes here to go. I gotta be off in an hour. I got an hour to be at my daughter's. So I'm going over there and hang out for the night.
Well, I hope that you guys have a fantastic time. You
Yeah,
taking over some
I'll
some
probably end up.
spirited beverages.
Yeah, I'll probably end up staying the night over there. So she goes,
Good,
I'll put the blow up bed in the living room, and you can stay the night. I'm like, okay,
good. Oh, that'll be fun.
yeah,
So we have champagne, we have wine. Obviously, we're going to ring it in with some spirited beverages.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm going to be on Mickey Sunshine Creates her show this evening. She's doing a little New Year's Eve little kickoff. Then we're going right in from there to blinging in the new year. Ah! Now, Lizzie was supposed to do a kickoff. Remember last year when we all joined J Rob for ringing in the new year and
Yeah,
we were drinking? Remember Lizzie was so drunk she almost like fell over into
I was at work, but I was there.
You didn't come? I thought you were on with us. Oh, we had so
But
much fun.
I think isn't that when I was at work?
Um, no, because didn't we have on pajamas? I believe you were home.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had on different PJs and stuff, and you stood up and showed us your PJs.
Oh yeah,
And then we all showed our drinks and stuff.
I remember
Uh,
now.
we had fun. We had fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hanging
Yeah,
with my peeps.
this is purple doing now. 38, 37. Oh, hopped out of there. So, well, thanks for coming and sitting and chatting with me and all the
Thanks for
people.
having me. Oh, it looks so cute on the camera. Look at that.
I know, doesn't it? Very cute.
Yeah. You picked a great pattern. A lot of work, a lot of fractionals. I mean, a lot of fractionals. But
Mm,
yeah. For anyone who is still interested in cross stitching, there is going to be a Carolyn Manning stitch along that I'm hosting starting February 1st. You guys can get a pattern from her online at carolynmanning.com. A lot of her patterns, they focus on just, X's, which I love. They are full cross stitch, so you don't see a lot of spacing. She does some amazing things with colors. A couple of them have back stitching, but the ones I selected, none of them have any back stitches. It's just X's. It's just X's. So anyone wants to join for that, stay tuned. And thanks for having me, Billy. It was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I got a chance to catch up with you. And be
Yeah.
safe tonight, okay?
Oh, I will. So have a good night, and everybody have a great, happy New Year. I may pop in throughout the night. You never know. Because
Well, you definitely are welcome.
yeah, because I'm going from here to my daughter's, and then we're going from her house to her friend's house, but I'm not driving. And then we're going back to her house for
Oh,
the New Year. So I don't know what all is planned. She goes, just be here at 4, and then we'll be back here at 8. I'm like, okay. So I won't be driving. So I think she's going to be driving because she's not drinking because she's expecting. So so I think she's going to be
oh.
the one that's going to be doing the driving. So everybody have a happy New Year and be safe. And I may pop in and pop out throughout the night. So have a good year, everybody. Bye.
Bye.